It's live time. 1 minute early, but better to be here a minute early. Join in, join in. Get settled in. Hey, hey, Carolyn, how's it going? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right. Well, what is today? September 3rd. Okay. Happy September. We are going to get started here in now. It's 3 o'clock Pacific. So let's get going. I know other people will be joining, but chop, chop, everybody. Thanks, Carolyn. It is a happy Sunday. And the clock just hit 1:11. I like it, the timer. Okay, so we are starting, and I have a new deck of cards I'm going to use. So I just want to make sure I have the name right because in my mind, I keep confusing it with a different deck. And this is called Angel Guide Oracle. So this is what I'm using. And this will be for the general messages for September 4 through September 10, or really whenever you come to the cards. And you can see they're still a little sticky. I've been shuffling and working with them and pulling cards, but they just need a little more. They need a little bit, They need a little more juice in here. But let's get started. So I am pulling general cards for this week of September 4th through September 10th. And then after that, I will pull cards for anyone who has a question or a request. So here we go. Now they're starting to shuffle. Yes. See, Monday, Tuesday. You just bought your first deck of tarot. How exciting. What deck did you buy? What was it? Wednesday, Thursday. And then let's get a card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's very exciting. And do you read tarot or are you just starting to read? And so you got a deck so you could start that out. Very exciting. Let me know if I can be of any help. Okay, so let's go with first card, Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday is harmony and resolution. And again, this is the first time I'm using this deck, and I have to be honest, I don't usually do this. When I have a new deck, I use it quite a bit myself before I go using it for any reading. So I'm not exactly sure why I did that, but I did. And it takes me some time to work with a deck and just sort of get the juice, get the energy, get the, feel good with it. But Monday, Tuesday, harmony and resolution. So I think harmony has been a theme lately, and certainly resolution has been a theme, talking about cycles, things finally resolving, things that maybe were up in the air, finally coming to a place where we can consider it completion. And so setting into the week, really hold on to that harmony piece. I think that's going to be the big part, is hold on to that harmony piece, keeping things in balance, because as things resolve, as things come to completion, sometimes there can be a little discomfort with that, right? It could be the other person, it could be you, it could be a situation. So do your best to remain centered and grounded and be grateful for the cycle that has just come through and completed so that you can start off with something new, okay? Wednesday, Thursday, forgiveness and understanding. And I think that harmony and resolution goes right into this forgiveness and understanding. And that is, if we're not in a place of inner peace, that harmony, how can we understand what somebody else might be experiencing, right? They're not going to be experiencing it the same way we do. They're not going to have the same reactions we would. You know, we can't expect that somebody would say or do something just because that's what we would do, right? And that forgiveness piece, I think, is just allowing some grace, letting somebody maneuver. You know, sometimes if someone does something or say something and it hits us in a way that triggers something for us, we get so locked down on being able to call them wrong, call them, you know, bad, right? But if we can just say they were in a place and that's what they did in that moment because that's the best they had given all of what they have going on in their life and the journey they've had, that's the best that they could offer. May not have been great, but it's the best they could offer. If we can understand that about them, we can keep going back to that harmony and resolution. We don't bring it back up again. Ooh, that's what's coming here. Yes, letting things be and close and not keep digging up things from the past. That is the message that just came screaming in. Letting things be and not bringing up the past. Going forward, just go forward. There's nothing you can do to change the past. Go forward. And then because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have power and intention right here, power and intention. And so working with our own personal power, remember that we are sovereign beings. We get to decide how it is we are going to move through this lifetime. There are tons of external circumstances. We know this. Tons of things being thrown our way. Yes, of course. But we decide what we're going to do with it. Are we going to grab it and hold it and suffer with it? Are we going to grab it and hold it and feel so good and brightened and lifted by it? Are we going to let it just wash over us and just experience it in that moment and then let it go because it is a cycle after all, right? So recognizing you have that power and then going about this with intention, like you have the power. Think about that. I get to choose, I get to decide, right? And so, in talking about letting things go from the past, I think that really is the message this week. Just let the past be. You can do that by setting your own intention to be free of whatever it was from the past that maybe wasn't so great, right? Maybe it was great too. I mean, maybe it was, but it's done. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't get it back, right? You can learn from it, you can benefit from it, you can pick and choose from it. Um, but let things be in the past because it's really where they belong. Okay, that's what I have for this week. Those are the general messages. It's super quiet here. Instagram, I even logged on Instagram early because it does its little shenanigans, you know, and it's still doing that. So I have no idea what goes on over there. Carolyn, I'm just starting to read. It's the tarot deck with keywords. Oh, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. So maybe in an email, you can just shoot me either a picture of the cover or tell me what the title is. Um, I'd love to know. Hmm. Okay. It's really quiet here today, so I think I'm just going to wrap up with that's it for the messages for today. Unless there's someone on YouTube who would like a card, because Instagram is just doesn't seem to be responding to the live. Don't know. So anyhow, everyone, happy first week in September. You know, let things be. Venus is now going direct later today. And that's, you know, our emotions, our love, how we value. Um, so Venus has been retrograde. So she's turning around, which might feel a little uncomfortable. Things maybe not quite moving yet, but it's a good thing to be moving out of that. And I think this piece of letting go of the past really works well with that, and letting go with love and compassion, forgiveness and understanding. Yeah. Yes, Carolyn. And because you got a tarot deck, I am going to pull a card out of a tarot deck for you. And I'm going to pull a card from Gilded Tarot Royale for Carolyn. Let's get a card for Carolyn. I've got 3. Hey, yeah. Okay. I knew a page was going to show up in here. I knew it. I thought it would be 1 card, given your learning. So perfect. And so, Carolyn, you have the Ace of Swords. So swords is our thinking, our learning, right? Our intellectual mind, our communications, like all of that is swords. The ace is coming off to say there's a new idea coming. There's a new beginning in a way of communicating is coming. The King of Cups is showing up. Part of the piece of working with tarot is, sure, you have to learn the system. There's a very specific system for tarot if it's a true tarot deck. There's a certain number of cards, there's certain suits, and no matter what deck you have, that card in one deck means the same thing in the next, the next, the next, the next. So learning it is part of reading tarot, but the other part of it is really paying attention and trusting your own intuition, trusting your connection with other people. And that King of Cups, pardon me, is that sort of highest, if you will, expression of intuition and love and compassion and relation, right? So you need that as you work with your learning tarot, because then you also have the Page of Swords, and the page is where we go to learn. And again, it's swords going back to what it is, learning a new skill, learning a new talent, learning how to read, right? Learning how to write, learning how to speak about something. We go to the page to start over and figure that out. You're learning a new language. So this is a beautiful support to you as you venture off with your tarot deck. I absolutely love this. So yes, you need the sword energy so that you can learn the structure of tarot, but you very much need the cup energy so that as you start to work with it, you've got the learning, and then you've got the working, the reading, the communicating about it, the feeling of it. Yes. Wow. I'm so glad you got your card deck. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it for you. What a great support. So yes, take them out. Spend some time with them. But do, if you have time and you're so inclined, send me a picture of the deck. I'd love to know which one you have. Okay, I'm wrapping this up. We had some great cards this week. Message about letting things be in the past. Understanding that people do the best that they can, including ourselves, right? We can only work with what we have in that moment. So be graceful with that, and move forward with power and intention. I love it. All right, everybody, happy week. And yeah, check in for weekly cards that may pop out that I'll be putting out in readings. Thanks everybody for being here. Thank you for popping in. And I wish you a fantastic first week of September. Ciao, ciao.